Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show. You may have seen her in Morocco, New York City, Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the background singers for Mickey Howard and the late, great Gerald Levert. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, the beautiful, the wonderful, the spectacular, Miss Coco McMillan.
Good evening, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show, where we make it happen. Listen, I am so excited to be with you tonight on this Wednesday night, one night only. So I'm glad that you're joining me tonight. Go ahead and start putting your names in the chat. Let's do the roll call. This is the Coco McMillan Show, where we bring some amazing virtual talk show flavor to this circuit here, featuring our national recording artists, our local artists, musicians, business owners, social media gurus. This platform is designed for you. It's an opportunity for you to come on the show to talk about your career goals, your challenges, your product, new opportunities, as well as awareness. So if you want to be a part of the Coco McMillan Show, make sure you contact me at Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com, or you can reach me on any of the social media platforms. I'm there. Let me know that you want to be a part of the show, and we will make it happen. Listen, we want you to bring your experience and your knowledge to this show. We believe in sharing. You're promoting your journey, talking about what you're doing, because you know what? Millions of souls can be blessed just by your testimony. And that's what we're all about here on the show, about just making people aware of what you're doing and helping our sisters and brothers out there. So we are streaming live here on the network. We're streaming on Facebook Live, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. You can watch us. And if you don't get a chance to do it tonight, you can do it tomorrow on the Pod TV, www.pod TV Live. So you can go there. If you have Roku in your homes, you can go to Roku, download Pod TV Live, and you can watch the shows there. We're normally here every Thursday night, but as I said earlier, this is a one night only show for my ladies tonight. I have two phenomenal ladies that's on here tonight, and you don't want to miss this. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to go ahead, text somebody, call them, do whatever you have to do, and let them know that you are about to spend the next hour with your girl, Coco, because we have the phenomenal ladies on here talking about their trucking company, constructions, self-motivation, nursing, all that good stuff. They are just multi-talented. And you know what? They're here on the Coco McMillan Show. So I am excited about that. So let's go ahead and do our roll call real quick. I see Miss Bernadette. That's from Florida. So much. Thank you so much for watching. I see Monique Taylor. Thank you. St. Paul's in the house. Kimberly Thompson. St. Paul's in the house. Go ahead and put in the chat where you're watching from. Any of my Chicago people out there, let us know. Tanisha is on. So go ahead and put it in the chat where you're watching from. We want to hear from you. But as you're doing that, listen, as I said earlier, I'm very excited about, these young ladies. Annie Perry. Hey, Annie. Franklin in the house. James Skinner. James. Hey, James. How you doing? So glad that you're on. You know what? I love my listeners because you know what? You don't have to be listening and watching the show, but you are. And I appreciate you. I really do. Franklinton in the house. Yes. Gene Johnson, Irvington, New Jersey. Irvington, New Jersey in the house. Thank you so much for watching. Rita Thompson, thank you. St. Paul's in the house. That's my mother. That's my mother. Wayne Booker, Raleigh, North Carolina in the house. Thank you guys so much for watching. But as I said to you earlier, this is going to be a great show. You know why? Because these two young ladies, I had a chance to talk to them backstage. And I'm not going to really get all into the bio because I'm going to let them talk about themselves. But I had a chance to talk to them backstage. And it feels like I've been knowing them for years. When you talk about phenomenal women, women with motivation, just encouraging and, and just have their hands in everything, multi-talented, love the Lord, take chances, take risks. And you know what? And they're doing it. They are winning. They're winning. So listen, we have Yolanda and Tanisha. Tanisha Rollins is an interior designer, construction project manager, and a business owner for over 20 years, managing and designing products throughout the U.S. She's a native of Broadview, Illinois. She holds a BA degree in interior designing from Chicago Heritage College and Design and Architecture Imagination certificate from Harvard. Oh, yes, from Harvard University Online, and received Designer of the Year for 3 years. Her project portfolio totals $118 million to date, including the residential projects, commercial projects such as daycares, medical offices, event spaces. She's also played a critical role in reshaping the downtown Chicagoland area through renovation for various high-rise buildings. And her most recent project is the Community College building in North Carolina. She serves as the head of RBG Group Design and Build, a company that's dedicated in serving for renovation, interior designing, and home staging needs. This girl is phenomenal. I tell you, Yolanda Robertson, let me tell you, they are partners in crimes because they met each other recently. But you know, when God sends someone in your life, and when you know, you know. So these two young ladies are amazing. Yolanda is a social entrepreneur, a motivation speaker, over 15 years, combined experience in the fields of construction, trucking, healthcare, real estate investment. By leveraging her skills, she empowers women to reach their full potential, not just in business, but also in their community. She launched her construction business, RHD Property, in 2014 from her kitchen table. And now RHD Property is getting ready to celebrate 9 years in business. In 2022, she launched her trucking company, the RHD Logistics LLC, a nonprofit building dreams with Faith and Grace Foundation. She has a beautiful daughter. Her daughter's London and Jordan. The year experience, her clothing brand. She also engages in mentoring, motivational speaking. She is just well-rounded. I tell you, I am so excited about these young ladies. I'm going to let them come on and talk more about themselves. They only have a few minutes with me tonight, but listen, I need you to go ahead and text someone and tell them to go ahead and jump on because it's going to be all that. But I'm going to go ahead and bring them on. We may have a short clip, so a couple of clippings that we want to play from them. Mark, do we have that yet? If not, if we don't, let's go ahead and bring Yolanda and Tanisha on. You do have the videos ready. Okay, check out this clip, guys. Check this out.
It is early, and we are up and out, here to head to Mooresville. We are two Black women on a move this holiday weekend. We are heading out. It's a 2.5-hour drive for a client. We've been up since about 4. You barely even slept. Yes. Up since about 4, did all our mommy duties last night, and going to head out to this client for a big exterior paint job. And yeah. Yep. We're going to give y'all some footage so you can see exactly what we're going to be doing. These are the things that you have to do just to sacrifice, because there's something major going to come out of this as well. Y'all going to have to stay tuned to watch and see what happens. RBG and RHD. Yes.
Hey y'all. Learn how to say no. It's okay to say no. It's okay to tell people that you can't. I'm sorry, I'm not able to do that. How many times have you said yes to people and you left yourself in a situation afterwards? How many times have you said yes to someone that you know for sure that wouldn't say yes to you if you were in a situation? Sometimes we put ourselves in a stressful situation to help others constantly. It's okay to say no. It's power in the word no. And sometimes you telling someone no is probably actually helping them. It's okay. Will they not talk to you for a minute? Will they get upset? Probably. You know, everyone doesn't like to hear the word no. No one does. But this is not about them. It's about you and how you feel. It's about you taking power of your life. You just got to learn how to say no.
Good morning, guys. So I want to give a shout out to Sherman Williams. Got my package delivered. Loving the little paint swatches they made with the RHD Property logo up there. Yes, I'm in beast mode today. RC property. Going to go to an RC logistics meeting. They also sent us color paint samples that we can send out with RC up here for our customers. So thank you, Sherman Williams. We appreciate you. We love doing business with you. That's it.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Hey,
We didn't know
ladies.
what videos you picked.
Listen, I know we probably couldn't hear the audio that good, but I want you guys to explain, especially Tanisha, that it's okay to say no. But
Yes.
first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I love what you guys are doing, and I love those clips because that first one, I think you guys were on the way to service a client. You want to talk about that for just a few minutes?
Yes. So that morning, well, that night, we had already been up working. I barely got any sleep because my best friend's son was graduating. So I was up making lasagnas at 4 o'clock in the morning and texting her. And we were both like, listen,
We're
we're
on the
so
computer.
tired.
We're on the computer for some other clients. We had to get some proposals or something in. And we had clients that were waiting. So, and we knew we had to be up that morning. But she was cooking and on the computer. And then I texted her that morning. I said, "You up?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm making lasagna." I'm like, "I thought you did that last night." So, but yeah, we had been up early morning.
Yeah, we got out there.
We had a 2.5 hour drive.
Yes.
Wow.
The rain held out, so that was a good thing.
Yeah,
but
that
it's
was
just
a
a
good
big time client for us. So it was we had to make that happen.
Yeah, it's a very important client.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's awesome! And in the next video you show, which I absolutely love, Tanisha, it's okay to say no. Can you talk
Yeah,
to
so
us about that? I
I
mean,
do a lot of motivational speaking now. I have tons of videos just to load, and that's coming. But I was always one of those people that no matter if you called me, you know, like I'm getting up, I'm doing this, and I spoke about this in another recent video. But it's exhausting being there and showing up for people that sometimes don't show up for themselves.
that's right.
And I spoke about in one video, you know, you're trying to help people and help them sometimes get to the next level, and they don't even want to level up. And so, like, you know, just saying no and just the power in no. And we have a friend of ours that even said no is a one-word sentence. And I told her recently, we were talking about, you know, helping someone, and I don't have to explain to you why I say no. It's just
Right.
no. You know what I mean? And people should respect it. And if they don't, then that's them not respecting your boundaries. And, you know,
Right.
that's okay. But we just have to, we have to know when we're overexerting ourselves for other
Right.
people and we're drained, you know, now you're on E because you're trying to fill somebody else up.
And
Exactly.
she constantly reminded me of that because I'm that person too. But it's hard for me to say
Right.
no. I'm working on the boundaries and all that. But she's really, helping me to understand. Like, yeah, it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Listen, she helping me too because I was like, "Oh, I need to listen to this."
So before they call you, call. I think before you answer them, call me. We're gonna see what the answer gonna be. Because, well, I'm, you know, I mean, my friends and family know you call me when you in a dire situation at this point. Because I've
Right.
said yes so much that I've almost lost myself.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, that's good right there. I love, that's why I wanted to play that video. I love that because I think all of us need to hear that sometime, just like Yolanda was saying, we that person's like, oh, well, well, maybe they're gonna get mad if we say no, but at the end of the day, they done pulled and drained us. So, we have nothing for ourselves. So I really,
and sometimes you're helping them because they're so used to the yeses and for you being their crutch, that you're helping them, they sometimes they need to know, like, dang, now I got to figure this out myself.
Exactly. Someone just made a comment and say, I know how that feels. Sometimes we're pulled into their emergency.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you got your own emergency. You done left your fire.
Right. That house burning down.
Now your whole building in flames.
You don't even have no energy to deal with your
Right.
things. You've been dealing with theirs.
Yes. Oh my God. That you know what? That's a good way to start off. So somebody out there, you heard it from Tanisha saying it's okay. Just say no.
In
Because
one
somebody
word.
calling somebody right now to do something. Say no.
No.
Yeah, no, that's it. Just no.
That's it.
No explanation. Just no.
No
I don't have to tell you why you can't borrow no money.
No.
I don't have to tell you why I can't pick you up. No.
That's right. Exactly. Oh, this is good. This is good. Ladies, thank you so much for coming to the show. You know, I was reading some of the bio, but as I said to the viewers out there, Kimberly Brown, how you doing? Thank you so much for watching. You know, I wanted you guys to talk about yourself. I know Tanisha James, he says, this is so correct. You can't help those who don't want to help themselves. That's so true.
Right.
Tanisha, I know that you're out of Illinois, and Yolanda, you're from Elizabeth City. So you guys just take a few minutes to tell us about you guys, how you grew up, what you know, coming and even coming.
Oh, wow, wait a minute.
Oh wow.
And then
So-
coming to North Carolina.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I grew up a lot of family. I was telling, some people like at 14, that's when I first started working. And I was working on a farm. So I'm up there working on a potato grader, picking rotten potatoes out of a farm. And it was like me and a lot of my cousins. So all of my cousins on my dad's side, our work ethic, people are like, I've never seen anybody with work ethics like y'all. But that's why, because we're used to hard work. And that's what we know is to work. Yeah. So leaving from Elizabeth City, because I knew what God had planned for me in my life, I couldn't do it there. So I relocated to Raleigh. And I've been here for a little over 20 years now. I was a nurse, licensed nurse, always in nursing, and then decided, you know what? Let me step into this real estate, this construction. And then I finally started seeing what my purpose was. So RHD Property's been in business for 9 years. And I pretty much self-taught myself that, I had my ex-husband, he was, the hands-on person, but he was showing me I'm out there with the kids, cutting grass, pulling carpet, doing everything. I said, I'd be darned if somebody gonna come and tell me that what it takes to do something that I don't know. So I'm gonna learn it myself. So you can't come and say, well, I know I already know what it takes to do this job. Right. So then, we started the trucking company and have a nonprofit. With the nonprofit, we're gonna be giving away houses. So we're in the phase now where we're looking for board members. And we're actually doing the programming because, of course, we want to make sure that we have, before we give you a house, we want to make sure that you understand credit. You understand how to manage your finances. But I'm just believing and trusting God. He's going to send the right people for that. And I'm excited about being able to give somebody keys to a house that thought that they would never be able to have home ownership. Yes. And I'm also going to be dropping a clothing line next month. So I'm excited about that. And, it's called the YR. And the YR is the Yolanda Robinson. And you can do hashtags. So like my hashtag is the letter YR, you settling. And the reason why I chose that hashtag is because I settled with a lot of stuff in my life. And I was like, I'm not settling no more. I'm going after everything that God has for me.
That's right.
Yeah. That's some of the stuff. Like I said, we got a lot going on. Me and Tanisha, we started partnering together. So she has that really, really good design build commercial. So it was like, listen, we can link up and make this work. So we can go to, higher levels and then bring other people along with us.
Yeah. Wow. And what about you, Tanisha?
So I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. Broadview, as I put into my bio. I'm from Chicago, live in Broadview, so you gotta figure out which one you want to put on there. But so I moved to originally Georgia in 2013, went back to Chicago. I launched my company RBG Group there. And then due to some things going on with my husband's job and where he needed to be, we came on down to North Carolina. So I launched immediately here. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer to launch, but met Yolanda and some other people and I have my original background is in criminal justice. I was going to school for that, and to pay for that, I was actually designing and painting neighbors' homes on my grandmother's block. And I remember this little lady, and I'll say this little white lady said, why don't you go to school for that? And the ignorance, in my home, at least my Black home, was have to be a doctor, a police officer, a nurse,
Right.
and that's the only way you're gonna make it. They don't really know any other careers unless you're gonna go work in factories. So I was
Right.
like, I can't get paid, any money to be a decorator. She said, but you can a designer. And so this lady is the one that actually hooked me up and found me a school. I had a little computer there. When back when the computers had just the green lettering, and actually got me my orientation with my school, and it went on from there. I didn't know that I could do something, like that. And so as time went on, I got more onto the construction side. I did, graduate with interior design, but I got into the construction side. I liked the build side. I like that. So I do project management for that. I do construction asset management. And so RBG Group, basically, we're a one-stop shop. And especially now combining with RHD, we're able to offer you construction. We're able to offer you the remodeling, interior design. I do custom furniture, home staging. I have a cleaning company, Katie's Cleaning Crew. So basically, if you're going to sell your home, you need if you need renovations done to sell it, we got that. If you are going to, if you're going to move into the next home, you need the home, staged, we got that. You're gonna need cleaning either way, we got that. And so the whole thing, we have design has a landscaping, so we just want to make it a one-stop shop. We're in the works of doing property management and things like that. So whatever you need for your home or your commercial, residential, or commercial, we can handle that without you having to call anyone else. And that's why we're out here. We're combining with any other people, their businesses and everything, but we are your one-stop shop. And so we're we want to be that person you call, and we want to make sure there's an ease there and a peace of mind that you don't have to call all these multiple companies, and we can make sure that this goes smooth and seamless.
I want to add to that too. When I started once I got a contract, I had family and friends, and I'm like, look, y'all just trust me. Y'all know how I am. You know my grind. You know my hustle. Just trust me.
Right.
I know I had at least 6 friends and my brother quit their full-time jobs, and they put that they trusted me. They trusted God, but then they knew how I was too. Like, listen, okay, she's saying to do this. I'm gonna step out on faith and I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And it helped them. Every one of them started businesses and made more money than that they have ever seen in their life. So, that was a blessing for me to be able to land some contracts and be able to help my family and friends, around me, and help them to start businesses and understand, hey, if I can do it and we came from nothing, you can do it too.
You can do it too.
Oh, that's really the inspiration behind everything. Like my grind, and I know you had asked, what inspires us and everything else. It's I have to win. I have to it's so personal. It's so personal. Like I don't, we're not going to touch much on childhood and childhood traumas, but you get it. Like I have to. There is no other way. I had I did a video right before this, and I said I'm taking my coughing pills so I don't cough because I had pneumonia for the last 3 weeks. And I remember a friend of mine saying I had went to urgent care. We had a big meeting that night, and I still went to the meeting. And my friend is on the phone. He says, if Get Rich or Die Trying was a person, it'd be you.
It'd be you.
And so, we just, we have a work ethic. That's why we work so well together. We mesh really well. And we know we have to do this. It's bigger. It's not about money. It's for these children. It's for, I have my nieces and nephews, like she was saying, I don't like to say put your family on because you put them in a position and they put themselves on from that point. But my nieces, I was on a call with them, a couple of Saturdays ago. Just, okay, so what you guys want to do? If you're going to go for this, because at the end of the day, we're going to have positions in HR. We're going to have position is this, we're hiring for multiple different things. So I'm asking my younger nieces now, okay, what do you want to do? So I can know where to push you. Because I don't want them struggling on internships and everything else.
Right.
So where can we push you? And so, we have that going on. I have RBG actually will have a decor coming out, your pillows and things like that, throw blankets, candles. So we'll have that coming. And I'm honestly in the making. Blonde is pushing me, but I'm in the making of my non-for-profit. I'm going to be helping those that have had struggles with the judicial system. I have a big family history of people that's been incarcerated and making those mistakes, and then they can't basically strive after that. So I'm basically showing them from my own knowledge on how they can get into construction, how it's even possible. It's you have to go through loops, but it's even possible for them to even get a real estate license. Now it has to be approved by the boards and everything, but it's possible. And people say how much of an issue it is because they're not, even though they tell you that they're able to do it, they're still making it a struggle for these people to do it. So I want to go in with some people to back me, to shake the table. If you say that they can get this and you say that it's possible, then do it. Because we always say we want to reform. And so basically what I want to do is, we'll provide housing, we'll get them jobs and everything, and, then they'll go building for, building dreams, and they'll build those homes that she's giving away.
Oh my God, that is amazing. And I know we got about 2 minutes, and I know I need to get you out. But I want to ask you a quick question. And we talk about all these things, and and I see all the comments. Chanel Atkins, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, Chanel.
Kimberly Brown, Elisa Brothers, thank you. Yeah. So, you have these trucks, you have these 18-wheelers, you have this, the commercial, the resident. How is it like the challenge of walking into a room where there's all men, or you're the only African-American? Can you just tap on that just for a second?
So I would say, I had a big meeting with Fayetteville State University with one of the big construction companies. Mm-hmm. And when I walked in there, even when they sent me the pictures, I'm like, wow, it's 7 men up there. And I'm the only, Black woman. I felt proud. And so when I walked in there, I was just a little bit nervous, but I was like, oh, I got this. I got it. They was like, when they said just be yourself, I was like, oh, because that's the only way I know how to be, is be myself. So I was like, I got this. And I just went to a trucking meeting last week. And as soon as I walked in the room, I just looked around because I'm like, I'm the only melanin person in there.
Wow.
And like she said, it's sad.
Yeah,
because a lot of us, we won't. You got to put yourself in that position and not be scared, because a lot of the times they might think that, okay, we're scared of the opportunity, but no, we coming in, we kicking the doors down, we coming to get everything, and we know what we're deserving of. So we're like, no, we're coming after it. So when I walk in there, and I know for her, just put me in the room. Once you put us in the room, we got it. We're gonna sell it in the room.
If you put me in the room, I got the job. I just always say that I look around the table and I'm proud of myself for being there. But it's sad because I'm the only one there. But I know what it takes to get there. And like she said, we have to kick the doors down. And for every door that was closed on me, I'm coming back without a building.
Right.
It's just like that. And so you just have to have that drive. But we just want to encourage people and just get more minority people into this. And we have an event coming. We'll be posting things about that. But with Bold Growth Agency, we're going to be partnering with them. We have an event coming up in September, just to get women in construction logistics, and just to get more of our people out there, and just to get them. Yeah, we have minority contractors. Right. We don't have minority contractors with the big jobs. Right. They get the smaller jobs, and so we want to help them. We want to help them. Do you have the right headshots? Do you have the right resume? Do you have the right capability statements? Do you what are you missing? So we're going to have people there to help.
Because that's a lot of people's problem is they're scared to go after certain things. So it's like, hey, you don't have to be scared, because the worst thing they can do is say no. But then what if you get that yes? Then you can change your life and everybody else's life around you. So for us, like when we walk in those rooms, I'm like, yep, because see, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this because once we land this, I'm going to bring everybody else right along with us.
And I'm here because God told me to be here. So there is no no's.
Right. That's okay.
No no's. If you tell me no, you're going to regret it when the next person tells me yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we live by no no's. Yeah. Just how do we get the yes?
Yeah. Oh, that's my
God. Strategy.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. I love it. And I know you guys, I know you have to go. I really I really appreciate you coming on the show. We're gonna have to get you back, David Wallace. Hi, everybody!
Yes.
Oh my God, they're here.
We can do a couple of more minutes. I'm gonna get Chanel since she up here. Chanel works with us too. She has her own business as well, Hidden Treasures.
Okay.
We're pushing her to get her stuff out there. You know, we're not playing.
If you got a dream, don't tell me.
Don't tell
Because
us.
the only thing that comes to dreamers is a dream. We're gonna make it up. We're gonna make
Right.
sure you get there. So don't tell me about it.
We're gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna get her to
Because
just
we get
go
on each other's nerves.
I'm gonna get Chanel just to go on our nonprofit page and just tell them we're gonna be a few minutes late on that one. So we can do a few more minutes.
Okay, good. Because
Thank you, Chanel, in advance.
Crazy. Look at Chanel.
Yes.
Chanel said yes. And that's what it's all about, ladies. Each one teach one. You know,
Yes.
helping each other get there. You know, so we won't be like, you know, they always have this saying about we like crabs trying to tear each other down.
Yes.
Yes.
You ladies, I love your work ethics because you're building the ladies up. Not only ladies, men, anybody.
Men,
building
yeah,
them
and
up.
we're
That's
big
what
on, like you said, it's like crabs, but we're big on energy, not energy,
Right.
spirit.
Right.
Yes.
So, you know, when we meet someone and everything else, and when we first met, I said, okay, I got to go pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been meeting people recently. Mr. Booker just said, so I said, he said, why you didn't say all this the first meeting? I said, because I had to pray about you.
Right.
You know, I got to
Gotta
make
get the
sure
discernment.
that this feels right. God has to tell me. And if he don't say nothing, I got to be still.
Right.
But there's,
Right.
you know, we put too much into this and too much. And,
Right.
you know, Mr. Booker has been a blessing. There's been so many people along the way. Even just you yourself, just having us on here, that's a blessing. You know, and just these other
Absolutely.
people just watching
Yes.
us and just even talking back to us. Like we're,
Yes. Look,
you know,
the chat
we're
is
very
going
grateful.
crazy.
Very
They
grateful.
said, please bring them back. This is
Yes.
great information. Someone said
Because it's so much more. I swear, it's so much more.
Yeah,
to
we
it.
got a lot. We got
I
a
like
lot
this
going on.
comment. I like this comment someone said. Someone said, sometimes powerful women are seen as threats.
Yes.
Do y'all ever
Yes.
feel that way sometimes?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, I know that. So
Yes.
to the wrong people, I've said all of them the right people. To some people we're intimidating.
Yeah.
And to some people we're inspiring.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just either I'm your coffee or I'm too strong or I'm your tea with the right sugar in it. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
It just
come on,
it just
Denise.
came out. I don't know if you say. So it's just, you know, that's just up to you. But how you feel about me has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do hear that a lot. You know, sometimes it can be, you know, a threat. But for the most part, I know I can say for me, a lot of stuff that I get is people like, yo, I just love your spirit. I love your energy. You know, you're very motivated.
But a lot of times it takes, you have to speak.
Right.
If we don't speak or they just see us.
Right.
And I have to say this. I told you about we had a meeting last week after we met with Mr. Book. We had meetings all day. And I walked into how do you do self-care?
Hi, Aubrey.
Aubrey always coming up with an extra question. But I walked into Walmart after.
David Wallace say, I'm trying to meet Yolanda. What's going on? What's going on tonight, guys?
I walked into Walmart afterwards, and I still had my heels on, and we had a blazer. And this one girl, I called Yolanda and told her, and her face, I have had, you know, people look at you a certain way, but you don't see it. She did not hide it or anything. It was just stank. And Yolanda told me that I shouldn't be dressed like that in Walmart. I should have went to Target. And so that's, but it was so funny because not even 5 minutes later, I was coming out the restroom and a lady said, did you mean to tuck your jacket? I said, no, ma'am. And she helped me with my jacket. She said, you're beautiful. And it just shows you the two different, the two different people. You know what I mean? I just couldn't believe that she looked at me like that. But then 5 minutes later, a whole nother lady helped me and gave me a compliment. So it's just not for everybody.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And see me, I'm that person where I'm high. I'm just always hey.
Oblivious, not even seeing
I'm not gonna pay it no mind. I'm just gonna be hey, you know.
But Aubrey spoke on what do we do about self-care.
We're working on
it. I know Aubrey. So I know you hit us in there because that's the one that we don't have under control right now.
And so Aubrey is actually he has a company called Austin and Smith.
Okay.
He is one of my mentors with trucking and RC
too.
property. Yeah. And he is amazing.
Your mentors need a mentor.
Your mentors need a mentor, right.
But he tells us all. He's like, Yolanda, you gotta have some time for yourself. You gotta have some time for yourself. But since I have actually brought his team on, like I said, we're going into 9 years this year, and I kept saying, you got the power's in that tongue too.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, okay, by year 10, I'm not only gonna walk in this office if I want to.
Right.
So I'm going into year 9, and since Aubrey and his team have came on, he's like, look, you don't have to come in here no more. So I only have to come now in year 9 when I want to, because of the stuff that he's put into place and what he's been doing. Yeah. So I tell everybody all the time, what you speak out of your mouth, you got to definitely be very careful with, because always speak that positivity.
Yes,
that's what you want to speak into your life.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah, I had a talk with someone about just even the other day, just saying I'm broke. Don't say you broke.
Yeah, do not.
Yeah,
that's the worst thing you could ever do. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes, say that again, Tanisha. Say
it's
that.
The worst thing you could ever do is say I'm broke. You could say you don't have it right now. You could say you're working on it. But telling yourself that every mentality is everything.
Right?
Yes.
Like that mental is everything. A lot of things that even RBG, there's things I spoke about and had my friend Brittany Ramsey. She does a lot of work and everything. She edits my stuff. She does a lot of things. But I had her write up RBG and what it was, and said we do this with these partners and everything else. And I hadn't even met her yet. And I had launched this company and told them what we do. And I didn't have a Yolanda. I didn't know Aubrey. I didn't know, Chanel. She does the marketing. We didn't know Nita. And I launched this company before I even came to North Carolina and knew these people existed. But I had already spoken them. Yes, doors are opening.
I'm gonna tell you one thing I say is an affirmation for me. I say it every day. I'm like, I will never be broke another day in my life, and I am the lender and not the borrower. Yes, I speak that every day, every single day.
Yes,
speak it.
Yeah.
Because
but we knew God. Yes, that's all you need to know. So So what he said though, we are working on self-care. Yes. We're planning a day with each other. To do some self-care. I'm planning a ladies' night, but we are moms, and we have a lot of other responsibilities, and so sometimes that gets, we are active moms. We run. It's crazy because we run a lot of businesses, but we are that mom. We are at the games, we're at the events. We are tired, but we are there, and we have a nice team, to help and to just make sure that things flow. I have my husband. And just make sure that things flow and go as smooth as possible. And even if it's rocky, like you guys didn't know.
And people ask all the time, how in the world do you do it? Because I have 2 biological daughters, but I have about 10 daughters that I'm a mom too. So, it's a lot. I had my sister passed, and so she had 4 kids. So I kind of, stepped in that role for her. So people will be like, you have all these children. Yep. Yeah. So when they see them, I'm like, I'm team girl mom. I have a lot of them, but it's a whole story behind that too, on how I feel like God placed these girls in my life.
Oh yeah, it's a reason. It's a reason. It's a reason.
And I'll say we have a total of 5 children. I have 2 sons, 2 stepsons, but they're all mine. If you're in my pocket, you're all mine. Yeah. And I have a young daughter. And my nieces, my nephews. I'm on beck and call with a lot of them. So this is important for them. This is important because neither one of us was left anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have, and I want to stress that to our minorities, that we know people of other ethnicities that they get their life insurance, they get this opportunity, they get their parents work for somebody, so they get to be put in this position. And so it's just so important. Don't do this for you, but do it for your children, your legacy. And the reason why we did RHD and RBG Group, and even Aubrey with his company, and some of our friends, put your last name on that. Your last Walgreens is a last name. Like all of those companies, those are last names. You're wearing all these last names, but then you label your business like Kissing Foot or something like that. You know what I mean? Just like, please put your name on that. Create your legacy.
Yes. And I saw Mr. Booker say, talk about the socials. Yes, we're going to be doing socials monthly for networking, connecting, just trying to connect
looking for people to collaborate with. Mm-hmm. We're looking for not only women, but in general, people to collaborate with, especially our Black women. our minority women. We're looking
Yeah.
for people to collaborate with, just to do business with. Let's encourage each other. And
Yeah.
instead of being that crabs in the barrel, let's push each other out the barrel, because we're all still in the barrel.
Yes.
That's right. And you can imagine what all of us can do together.
Yes.
You know, they talk about what goes on like in the music entertainment where collaborating in Hollywood but think about the Carolina. We in Carolina now, what we can do
Yes.
as women, you know,
Yes.
here or just, you know, working together. He said something coming next month. Working
The
together.
women's event, our social
I
media.
know. I'm just okay, guys. I know I'm so sorry. I know you got to go, but I want you. Can you just encourage someone that's listening right now that may be sitting in their room thinking, how should I get started? I can't do this. I need motivation, or I don't have the money, or you encourage them. Get up.
Get up.
You honestly, you know,
You gotta move first.
I see a lot of people with a lot of potential.
Yes.
You know, but they don't use it. They just kind of sit back on it. And to me, you're wasting your talents that God gave you. You got to understand what your talents are,
and that's
what your
disrespect
purpose is. Yeah. You got to understand what that is. And then go after it. You know, you got people like, you know, with us. I know for me, I don't care who you are. I'll tell you any information you want to know. Some people don't want to give you the information because they're so scared that you're coming to their life.
Like she says all the time, nobody's gonna do it like she gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I just want to do it like I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
Because we still gonna do it 2 different ways.
Yeah.
But the first thing is you like you said, somebody sitting at home, get up. The first thing is getting up. You gotta show up first.
Right. Yeah. And you gotta have a vision and write down a plan and then work towards that plan. Like every day, I had a guy send me a message on Instagram. You know, he's like, I really want to start a business. And I'm like, you know, well, what are you doing to work towards? He's like, I want to start by the end of the year. I said, okay, so write down what it is that you want. Write it down, make it plain.
And make sure you write down your why.
Make it plain as to what you want to do.
Yes.
And then go after it. You know, take those steps, take those steps and make sure every day you're doing something to work towards your goal. Because if you're not, it's going to fall to the wayside. A lot of people procrastinate. Procrastinating is one of the worst things that you can do because you'll see. I'm gonna leave this in a short story. When I bought my first house to actually turn into a rental for my children, we talked about it for years. And to the point I said, you know what? We keep talking about this, but we're not doing nothing. Just step out on faith and just do it. So when we bought the first house, I was like, oh, this is nothing. It was trial and error. We lost some money. But it's up, it's rented, it's been rented for 2 years now, it's going good, the kids gonna have it. Then we went on step into that second one. So you have to take the steps and go ahead and put in the work to do what needs to be done. Because if not, you're going to keep talking about it. And then you're going to find yourself year 5 still talking about the same thing. You got to put action behind whatever it is that you want to do.
If you're already stressed out because you haven't done it, what's the difference of being stressed out because you're doing it?
Right.
I mean, what's the difference? You know what I mean? At least you're in the making of doing it. But you'll never know if you could do it unless you do it. And then you're gonna wake up. You know, I had my father-in-law my husband said my father-in-law used to say, oh, you're gonna wake up and you're 30. You're gonna wake up and you're 40. And so what have you done?
Right.
At that point, what have you really done? So so the way me and Yolanda do, she has to make sure I'm softer sometimes, and then I gotta make sure she, harder sometimes. So I'm not just, find your drink. Get up first.
Get up.
Get up. Because you know what your dream is. You know what your vision. You just dreaming. You just sleeping. And then you laying and you didn't get up. Get up. Yeah. First, you got to get up. You got to make a move first. Yeah. But make sure you have some people around you.
Some support.
And that's going to hold you accountable. And a lot of times that is not your family. And a lot of times that's not your day ones.
It can be a stranger.
Because a lot of them are going to start being upset and remove themselves when you get up. And you got to be ready for that. So if you're really ready to elevate, you need to be ready to pray to ask those people that are not willing to help you elevate to be removed.
That's right.
And once you have that vision too, you got to understand we're visionaries. So you can't tell everybody what
your vision.
It's going to be discouraging.
Yeah, they can't see what you can see. So you got to understand, who you even share that vision with. You got to make sure that it's with somebody that can see things the way that you see it. Yeah. Because otherwise they're gonna keep telling you what you can't do. Don't tell me what I can't do, because I already know what God told me I'm gonna do.
And until
Come
you
on
can,
now.
you
Yes.
right. Until you can, you just be quiet. Because
Right.
if you can't talk to nobody else, you can talk to God.
Right.
And you ask him to bring you those people. And until then, you talk to him because he knows what the vision is.
Yep.
He gave it to you.
Yep.
So you just wait until you got those right people around you.
Yep.
And that's why we're so glad we found each other, because we've had other people around and people that see it, but just now to have somebody with the the same work ethic that we sleep in 2-3 hours and fussing at each other for not sleeping, but neither one of us is sleeping. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing for encouragement is you got to make a move.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to make a move and pray every step of the way.
Yeah. Just step out on faith.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
And it's going to be difficult.
Right. And a lot of people, they don't believe that they can do it. So you first got to believe that you can do.
Yes.
All things.
It's going to be difficult. I heard Kevin Hart, he had a video and said, you're going to F up. You're going to F up. And it's okay. Because if you don't, then that's a problem. That means you're not challenging yourself enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to, you just got to make a move first.
Yes.
Wow. That's good right there. I mean,
if you discouraged, inbox me. I got you. You're going to be mad at me.
Inbox Tanisha.
I'm going to make you believe in yourself.
Inbox her with no mess, because she going to tell you.
I'm going to make you believe in yourself.
Because that's what we tell everybody. You can do it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you can do it.
We got some people that's on. We got people that encourage us. We got people we encourage that we see on. I heard Chanel say they talking to me. We've been pushing her. She told me about something she wanted to do last week. I said, all right, let's go do it. She's like, damn, I gotta do this. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do it right now. Right now.
That's amazing, man. You guys, that's what I love about your spirit. I'm telling you, when I started talking to you guys backstage, I automatically just fell in love with your spirit. You could tell. You understand? You can tell, and you can feel that commodity, even through the network. And I love that. And I just know that the best is yet to come. You guys are gonna blow some people's mind for what you're doing. First of all, you already started. You got up. You know what I'm saying? You got up.
No matter how hard it is, we get up.
No matter how hard it is, man.
And it's hard.
And when you told me, when I asked you earlier, I said, are those 18-wheelers? You was like, yeah, and we're going to get our CLs too. So if somebody break down, you'll be able to drive.
Yeah, she's had situations where she's had recently where the truck is broken down and things like that.
I've had to get like I was out having dinner, and my driver, he's a really good friend of mine, I love him to death. We gave him 2 spare keys. He managed to lock both of them in the truck. So I'm out. It's 11 o'clock at night. Can't find anybody. The people that come do the parking lot, they're like, it's gonna be 6 hours. I'm like, man, we can't have this load late. So I'm driving 2 hours to go take him a key just so he can get into that truck. And then as soon as I get in, I'm so sorry, man. I was like, listen, it's okay. But now I got to drive back 2 hours and then get up in the morning because I had training with another company. Yeah. So you talking about operating on 2 hours of sleep, but still getting up.
You got to get up. Wow. You got to show those kids you getting up. You got to, you just got to get up. And so, she has that going on. We're both, she's talking about getting a CDL. I'm going ahead and get mine. My husband wants to do logistics, so we're getting combined with, as soon as I told her that, she's got us on the calls and with the business, with our business mentors with that. So it's a lot to come.
Hey, Coco,
she said we need 50 trucks, so we don't get 50 trucks.
Hey, Coco, you ladies have been amazing. I was actually enjoying the conversation in the background and everything. I was actually thinking to myself, where were these ladies when I needed them on this past Saturday? Because I went to visit my mom, and actually I get around by mass transit and friends and acquaintances and all in that space. And my brother, who has got some health stuff and is a big Polaris slingshot driver and all of that kind of space, he actually managed to have the car collapse as we were going with my 2 nephews and the dog. The dog and him went back to the house to get the car because the car managed to break down because somehow the car rental or the one that he borrowed must have had something wrong with the rims because the tires managed to break down twice and everything. Because he told me that is the same car that had broken down earlier, and then on the way up to mom's house, it broke down again and everything. I needed these ladies
I'm telling you,
rescue.
And you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Wow, this has been amazing, ladies. It is 7:18. I know y'all got to get on your show. You got to get on your
Yes.
show.
Yeah, we got a live that she does every Wednesday, so we're on the
Yes,
way
for this
now.
nonprofit. And definitely, if everybody can definitely follow us, because we are going to be doing the
Yeah.
socials monthly, really trying to connect the dots. And
Yes.
I definitely want everybody to be a part, because when we give away this first house, I definitely want you all there,
Yes.
everything.
And unfortunately, we all know, people that need to be reformed, people that's struggling with, finding that work. So, when we
Hey,
get this
Coco, I just
when
had
I
a
get this
brilliant idea.
not-for-profit going.
I just had a brilliant idea, and there is a show that airs at that time, but we have shows that are on the time going and all that. And I do know for a fact that one of the founders is also in the business space, Kim Calhoun. Actually, they both are in the business space because Kim Calhoun was a engineer and Nick Palveda is a pension attorney, and all along those lines. So they kind of made me the de facto program director. So if you want to give me those live that you're doing on a regular basis, I'm sure we can find a
Oh,
spot to
yes.
get those lives in there and all along those
Yes.
lines.
Come
So
on, Mr.
definitely,
Lee.
we would love to have those lives
Yes, thank
air
you.
on a
That would
regular
be
basis because these
awesome.
are stories that need to be told on a regular
Yes.
basis. So if you
Yes.
want to get in touch with me and find a way to get those copies of that
Okay.
video to me
Yes.
and everything, we can definitely find some slots for this kind of inspirational story to be told on a regular basis.
Look at
We
God.
do appreciate
Awesome.
that.
Want to
Thank
do
you.
it?
See, that's what it's about right there, networking.
It's
Thank
about
you.
networking. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. Ladies, you have been phenomenal. I am just
Thank
so,
you.
oh, if I could just run around this room, I would, because God works in
Yes, this
mysterious
is on.
ways. That is
Yes.
amazing. So make sure
So
you
you'll match your
connect with
match.
Mark and get
Hey, Alicia.
those live things to him. Alicia, thank you so much, ladies. Oh,
And that's my
Thank
sister-in-law.
you're inspiring. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And it's just so many, it's just so much to come. So I really enjoyed everything that you've shared here on the show. I know that it has helped someone. It's helped me personally. So as Mark said, make sure you get him that information so
We
we can
will.
air
Yeah.
those live shows. You guys can get y'all thing going. And we have your information running at the bottom of the
Yes.
screen here where people can contact you. We're going to re-air this tomorrow night on Pod TV Live. So more people will be able to watch it. And so thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
your
much.
time. I love you like my sisters already.
Yes, same here.
And
We are so
whatever I can
excited.
do to help, I'm here. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, I'm a phone call away. You know that.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having us.
Thank
This
you so
was
much.
really good.
Yes. And thank you,
We enjoyed
Wayne.
this.
We love you, Wayne.
Yes,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Mr. Booker. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. So you guys,
You
I know
guys
you
have
got
a
to jump on your
blessed night.
show. So
Yes.
thank you so much again. Y'all take care, and we'll listen. I'll be in contact with you again so you can come back to the
Okay.
show.
All right.
Thank you,
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh God, it was so good. Tanisha and Yolanda, man, I'm telling you, that's sisters for life right there, and they're so encouraging. And I really pray and hope that they have encouraged you tonight. First of all, just start saying no to some things you know that you cannot do, that you don't want to do. Because why are you doing something you know you don't want to do it? You're not going to really be putting your love and passion into it. So it's okay to say no. And the other thing is, if you're sitting there at home and you want to do something, you want to start your business, you want to do something that God has given you to do, first thing you have to do is get up and do it. You have to put the effort to it, and God will do the rest. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He already knows the plan that he has for you. He knows your journey. He knows your footstep. All he wants you to do is just walk into your calling, your journey. He's there for you. So listen, I want to encourage you tonight just to continue to pray. Thank you so much, David. Continue to pray, ask God for favor in whatever your calling is. We love you here. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. God bless you, and we will see you on next Thursday. We're going to leave you tonight with a wonderful video by Gene Hopkins. Said, I can make it with Jesus. God bless you.
I can make it with Jesus. Whoa, I can make it with Him. He has given us power. Through Jesus we win. Oh yeah. Make it with Him. He's given us. He has given us power. So much power. With Jesus we win. We win. Up all night, it seems all I do is fight. I need some peace. In your word it reads that the victory belongs to me. If I tell the truth, there were times when I needed God to prove. Then I realized it came as no surprise. He will come through. That's what He'll do. Ooh, I can make it with Jesus.